literature review, I have shows the effectiveness of melatonin on the prevention of delirium in patients and the intensive care. So here is my citation. Okay, here's the citation, and I'm going to copy my citation, and now my I'm going to open my article. Okay, my article is right here. Sorry, I'm going to open my article. So here's the article in which I'm going to look at this article, and I'm going to start filling up my literature review matrix. So let's go work in the matrix. So I have my matrix here. You can see here. So I'm going to put my source here. I'm going to copy and paste so I don't forget my study. And I'm going to go back and look at what is the problem. So if I look at the problem, there's acute brain dysfunction that's associated with prolonged increased mortality. And so it's a problem of delirium. So the problem is patients in the ICU are developing delirium. And the design is a retrospective observational cohort study, meaning they have a group of people. The setting is in a large academy center. 232 adults were included, and this followed for a certain amount of years. And the instrument they used was the confusion assessment method. And the patients who received the melatonin for 48 hours were included in the melatonin group. Patients who included in the control group, they were admitted to the ICU. And here are the measurements and the results. So if I go back to my literature review matrix, which I'm going to put it back here. So the problem is that my patient have disturbances of sleep, okay, in the ICU. So they have lack of sleep or whatever. So lack of sleep, and the purpose was to prevent delirium in the ICU. And the design was a retrospective cohort study. I'm sorry, it gives me the thing. It's a cohort study. Sorry, I'm going to delete the entire. Just cancel this, and I know it's a cohort study, so didn't let me to do, but I know it's a cohort study, so I'm going to put a cohort study, and I can put more things there. The sample was 232 patients, and only I think half 120 were part of the cohort that received the melatonin, and sorry, melatonin. And then the methods include they use they did like a grade, like a rate in an instrument. I forgot the name of the instrument, but it has an instrument there. And we have to look at the instrument validity and the findings, implications, and limitations. So I'm going back to my article, and the measurements by using the CAM ICU. The CAM ICU is the confusion assessment method. That's the instrument. Okay, so this is the instrument, and the measurements. They measure this instrument. So let's go look at the instrument per se. So when you go here to study design, they tell you this was a retrospective observational cohort study, and they tell you that the patients receive melatonin. This is the intervention for 48 hours. And then the instrument they used was the CAM ICU, and they don't talk to you about anything about the CAM ICU. They don't tell you the reliability or validity of the CAM ICU. Let me see, method. They don't say if this instrument is reliable, but they also use the Richmond Agitation Sedation Scale. So they use these two instruments, and they collected the data. And here the outcomes. The primary outcome was the development of delirium. So is delirium happening or not happening? They did a statistical analysis, and they found a an alpha level of 0.05. And here are the results. So you can see here the results. And I'm looking for limitations of the study. Here's the dosage of melatonin. And I can go, and they did multivariate model controls for following factors. So, I mean, they stratify the patients to see if it's something else they're producing the benefit. So here in the discussion,